Penny recently came out and said he would have a hard time in the 90s because the centers could guard a little bit. Do you believe that to be true? My opinion is great is always going to be great, right?
Yeah, definitely. He'll still average 11 assists, 15 rebounds. He might not be able to score as much because you would have Shaq, Hakeem, Elijah Wan, Patrick Ewing. He may not score 28, 30. It might be 4 points less. He's still going to be Jokic though, but the banging and to be able to use his body and to tap the ball to himself inside, that's not every team had 7-footers on their team that would just come in, literally just for that purpose. So yeah, he'll still be Jokic, just maybe not score as easy, or he would have to score from the outside more.
He's shooting 40%.
Which he could do.
Yeah, he was shooting over 40%. But Petty also said, to Jokic's credit, it's kind of like the Jordan thing where Jordan should win MVP every year just because of the stats, but like they just won't give it to him every year.
Yeah, it's not fair. You know what I mean? So they got to spread it out for the fans and make it look differently. But yeah, his stats should be illegal, man. They should be illegal. It's just 35, 18, and 12. And it's just like, this shit is crazy. Again, the European shit, he's been doing it. He was a second-round pick, right? He didn't come in here with no fanfare.
He was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
Exactly. He came in here and handled his business. You got to salute him and say, shit, you can't remake that.
Yeah.
You can't copycat that.
Yeah. A lot of people compare Jokic and Luka to Larry. Was Larry really that slow like people say?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Larry
Really?
was slow like Luka. Larry was super slow. And he'll dunk on you, but he when he was younger, when he got older, he was like Luka. He was slick as a motherfucker, pump fake, jab step, pass his ass off, behind the back, step back. He was doing the behind the back, one leg Dirk. He was doing all that shit. Like he averaged 27, 7, and 7. To me, him and Luka are really good comparisons, man. Really, really good. I think Luka can score a little better because of his, his scoring is a little bit better.
It's the evolution of the game, right? Larry would have developed some of those skills if he played today.
He would have shot 10 threes a game, too, if he had to. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's a good comparison. Luka and Larry, definitely. Larry was slow as shit, man. Larry was like fundamental your ass to death. He make you look stupid. Pump fake over your head, around your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You played so many eras in the NBA. You got to play against Larry and Kobe. Who was the better player?
I would say Larry was the more skilled player, but Kobe was the better player.
Really?
I think Larry could do more things on the court, but I think at that time where you could physically play a little differently, athleticism was a gigantic part of the game. You know what I mean? And I think that would take it over. But I mean, I think it would be some battle. It would be a fucking battle, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And I think in a full court game, the athleticism is going to take over.
So if you had one player to start your franchise around, you would go with?
I will go with Kobe still. You know what I mean? Because I think it's Kobe can play 1, 2, 3. Larry, you have to get the ball to Larry. Larry can play point, but it's going to take 10 seconds to get the ball up to half court. You know what I'm saying? So I just think when you can have the ball in your hands more, it's easier to be a franchise player. It was hard. Like Shaq, you could just, when the rules changed, you could have a person in front of Shaq and a person behind Shaq. Like it was hard to give him the ball. You know what I'm saying? So to me, playing 1, 2, 3, I'm going to start my franchise with those guys. You know what I mean?
LeBron or Kobe?
That's tough, man. I would say that's 50-50, but I still would go with Kobe. You know what I mean?
Why so?
If you're giving me 12 years, I'm going Kobe. If you're going career, I'm going LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's cheating, but to me, a franchise player is only going to be your franchise player for 12 to 15 at the most. And
LeBron. You think Kobe had a higher peak?
No, I just think his mentality is different from me. Like, I think they're both equal. I would pick Kobe because of his mentality. I just think I want a serial killer, excuse me for any, I don't want to make, I want somebody who just I know is going to die on the court.
Yeah.